Folks, we are proud to be sponsored by Rimgard Solutions, a liquid ballast weight. It goes right inside your tires, completely hidden. Not only is it going to help with safety, keeping those rear tires planted on the ground, it helps with loader efficiency and traction too. The benefits of Rimgard include being the heaviest all-natural liquid ballast weight on the market. It's not going to corrode your rims like the old calcium chloride. It's not going to freeze, and it's available at over 1,000 dealers nationwide. Find the dealer near you at rimgardsolutions.com.
I want to take just a second to tell you about this small business. 511 grill guards are custom made for John Deere, Kubota, and Kioti tractors. They provide more coverage than OEM, are made from thicker steel with smaller holes to minimize debris sneaking past. Many models even offer side and bottom guards for ultimate protection. 3D scan for a precise fit and coupled with a thorough powder coat finish create the gold standard in its category. Shipping is included in the price, and best of all, you can save an extra 5% off your order with code GWT. Protection never looks so good.
Folks, how we doing? Welcome to Good Works Tractors. Boy, this was a lot of fun. Actually, this is a lot more fun than I thought it was going to be. We've been selling this Reist Stump Grinder for, I don't know, 6 months now. Came out a pretty good competitor with the Baumolite 1P24. A few distinct features that set it apart. Great price point though, but in general, this is a company, another Canadian company that just knows how to build products, right? Whether it's Baumolite, whether it's HLA, MK Martin, throw Reist into the mix, Wallenstein, they just know how to build stuff up there. They do a great job, and this is no exception. Using it on the Kioti CK40 today. I kind of like the cab tractor. Plus, we don't have a lot of footage really with our Kioti tractors, so I want to get some more with that too. But I know some of you out there have bought them for smaller tractors, so curious for your feedback on that. If you can leave some comments so other folks know and we can get a kind of a bigger pool for what the stump grinder's been used on, that would be great too. We're using it on a variety of stumps out here. Some are fresh and smaller, some are bigger and fresh, and some are really big and pretty dead. So a little bit of everything, just what we had available to us right now to give this thing a test. It was just a lot smoother experience in general, but a bit of an overview on this stump grinder too. Again, made in Canada, weighs about 460 pounds. It's gonna have a 22-inch wide cutting path. It'll go about 10 inches above grade or 7 inches below grade, knocking off about 2.5 inches max per swipe that you take with it. Kind of starting here towards the connection side of things, and we'll move our way back. It is category 1, 3-point hitch compatible, and as you can see, it's hooked up to our GWT Fast Cat quick hitch, which is our own quick hitch. Does not use bushings on there. Very nice. No other, well, actually I should say it does have the PTO shaft on there, 540 RPM PTO that is included. It is protected by a slip clutch on there. There's no shear bolt, there's no gearbox either. This is a direct drive system, so that power is going straight from the PTO into the rotor, which is a pretty nice way to do it. No other hydraulics or electrical connections required. This does have a big brother to it. That's a swing arm. All right, it's still a 3-point mount, still the 540 RPM, but it's going to have hydraulics that allow you as an operator to swing this thing. You can basically set up as more of a stationary spot and then just swing it back and forth to do your swiping and cutting and all that. So moving a little bit forward, big chunky, I don't know if this is what kind of frame this is on here, but it's a big chunky frame. It's got the stands welded to the backside too, so that probably gives it a little bit of a larger look. The stands are of course retractable when they're not needed. This looks to be a chain slot here, so if you wanted to chain it up and pick it up, you could do so. You're gonna see we're kind of on a hill here, so this is rocked back, but this swings free, all right? So it's gonna have a transport mode. It's pretty heavy, but you can see how it swings there, and you can probably see that in the video when it's actually doing its work as well. But it has a transport mode. You can put a pin right through these spots here and lock it in place, well, both for transport and for storage at the same time. HDPE shield or shroud over on the discharge side, so it helps keep things down, and that worked really well. There were times when I was cutting so low that this was resting on the ground and I couldn't really see the discharge. I was trying to get a better understanding of how much wood I was chipping away in the stump there, and we were going so low below grade where this was just riding on the surface there, but it's doing its job, I suppose. Zerks right where you need them, really on the swing arm locations there. You can see it came well greased out of the factory too. Pretty minimal construction and setup time. It took an hour or less to put this thing, to get it from being bolted down to the pallet to having the shroud assembled on there, getting the PTO shaft on. We didn't have to cut down the PTO shaft. In general, PTO shafts are going to come a little bit on the long side. Oftentimes they'll work, especially if you have a quick hitch, because that pushes things back about 4.5 inches. But if you do need to cut it down, just look up a video. It's easy to do, just a one-time thing. You cut off an equal amount on both sides. You just don't want to jam up your PTO shaft on there and bend anything or get it out of whack. Now, probably the most unique thing about this entire stump grinder is the rotor itself. It's a 25-inch rotor, but it's not completely round. And they did some innovation there. They stripped some weight out where it wasn't needed, which, again, keeps the weight down a bit, but also helps it to accelerate faster, so you can get more chipping power out of it. The teeth are going to be Wear Sharp is the trade name there, and they're movable so that you can get 3 times the usable life, and of course they are replaceable when the time comes. There are also quick hitch extensions if you should need them, but this is hooked up without the extensions on there, so I probably wouldn't recommend that unless you really need it. I wouldn't spend the money on it. And then there is an optional HDPE like stand up guard. So if you're working by a house, I actually have a stump that's pretty close to my house there that I'm gonna have to block it off with something to make sure I don't send things flying towards windows or whatever. But that is an option that you can get for it too. Other than that, get full detail specifications, pictures at goodworkstractors.com. We ship these all over the country. That's what we do. We sell and ship tractor attachments. And so you can go there. If you don't know what you need or if it's gonna work with your tractor, just send us an email. We're happy to help. We wanna get you set up with the right tool the first time, make you a happy customer for life. On that note, I wanna thank you for taking time out of your day to stop by. And until next time, stay safe. We'll see you soon.